Hello, Nines. My name is Alexia Barron.
And I'm Nathaniel Arroyo. Thank you for joining us on our first nightly news of 2022.
2022 is the year for change. What will be different? Let's take a look with Ricky.
So the year of 2021 finally came to an end. Let's see what goals and achievements these students and teachers have for the new years.
So what events are you most looking forward to in 2022?
I'm really looking forward to the baseball season because a lot of these boys haven't gotten to play in a long time, so that'll be fun. Also, winter isn't my favorite, so I'm looking forward to summertime because I like the heat.
How did the year 2022 start off for you?
It started off pretty well. I mean, with all my goals, I had all my goals planned and everything, so.
What were your goals?
My goals were to just have like straight A's. Do good at football this year, my last year.
Awesome.
Pretty rough so far. A lot of kids are getting sick, a lot of my friends are getting sick, and it's just been hard.
Did you have a New Year's resolution? If so, do you think you will exceed it? Why or why not?
Honestly, I don't know, because we've been challenged a lot these last couple of years, so hopefully I can achieve my New Year's resolution, but if I can't, it's alright.
Did you set any goals or standards for yourself in 2022, and what are they?
Yes, I want to run a 5K, so I'm going to start. I hate running, but I'm going to start.
Oh, that's good. So here's a sneak peek at 2022. Let's see what more it has to offer.
Hi, my name is Gloria Peña. I am guidance secretary. I am new this year, so this is one of my New Year resolutions to get a new job, and I got it.
My New Year's resolution is to be a little more organized at home. That's mine. My New Year's resolution is to try not to eat out so much.
With the new year comes new challenges and changes in many of our lives. So we asked several students what they think will be different in 2022. What do you think will be different in 2022?
That we're gonna have a fun prom this year. That'll be super cool. And it'll be different than last year's. There'll be a lot of new fun school programs, I think.
I think 2020 will be different because I'm going into college and I've had to actually do stuff by myself, adult things like paying for rent and going to college, making sure I'm getting my classes done and staying on top of things by myself.
I believe our schools will be different. I hope our district will finally pay attention to us. I hope our government will realize we're all here and not separate people, different races. I hope they see us all as one and together fight.
I definitely think that COVID cases are going to go down and it's going to be more like controllable in a way. I really don't think that it's going to really change that much. Masks are still going to be mandatory and stuff, but I definitely think that this year is going to be better as far as cases.
Maybe what's going to be different is we'll learn how to live with this COVID, and we'll start to do things that used to be considered normal.
Would you get to wear hats and beanies and stuff like that? That's a new change I've seen that I haven't seen in all 4 years of high school. The hats was just a big surprise to me. So it could be a surprise, the change.
22, I think that the school or some schools will go back into remote learning and stuff. Personally, I don't think it'll affect me unless we go into remote learning and I can't graduate. I don't think it'll be as bad as 2020, but I think it might be a little different.
School-wise, I feel like we probably will go back online just because a lot of people don't really like to wear their masks as much as they should. I feel like they should maybe shut some things down, go back to the way they did, but they have the limits.
So now that you know about some of the challenges that 2022 might bring, Ask yourself how you're going to make this your year, despite the obstacles you might face. Reporting to you from the Nightly News, this is Christopher Rogers.
Alicia and Haley went around the school and took survey of the top 5 resolutions for the new year. Here are the results.
To start off this new year, let's listen to some of our own staff and students' New Year's resolutions. What is your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to get an academic letter this year.
What is your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to prioritize my schoolwork and to get good grades this semester.
What is your New Year's resolution?
To take time for myself, work out, just do yoga, meditate, stuff like that, just to kind of concentrate on myself.
What is your New Year's resolution?
To rehab my knee back to the way it was.
What is your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to pass my driving test.
Time to fulfill our New Year's resolutions and start this New Year's off great.
As we continue with this new lifestyle, more laws are being put into place. More coming now.
As you may have heard, there are new laws being set into place in New Mexico, like plastic bags being replaced with paper bags and other laws that we'll go into depth later into this video.
First off, in New Mexico 2022, the minimum wage is going from $10.50 to $11.50. Another law taking effect this summer is taking a sick paid leave. For every 30 hours an employee works, they can get an hour of sick paid leave. In July 2022, employers will start implementing this. Finally, many of you have noticed, but grocery stores and retailers have started to implement 10-cent paper bags instead of plastic bags to help drop pollution in the country.
Those are some of the laws that have been set in place in New Mexico. This is Ian Garcia from Nightly News.
Groundhog Day is coming up. I say a longer winter, but Isaiah will let us know on that.
Today, we are in Puxatawney, Pennsylvania to see if Phil the groundhog will see his shadow. Will we have a long winter or not?
Did you know Groundhog Day is commonly associated with the holiday of Candlemas Day, a holiday where candles are blessed by giving people blessings for the remaining winter? It wasn't until Candlemas was introduced to Germany that there was an animal associated with it. At first it was a hedgehog, but when the holiday made it to the United States, they changed it to a groundhog. Oh, and by the way, why does America have to ruin everything? Hedgehogs are so much cooler than groundhogs. Like, wouldn't you rather have a Hedgehog Day?
Stay tuned to see if Phil sees his shadow.
As we enter the new year, COVID cases are at an all-time high. More info with Kareem.
I feel like it's people starting to not care, like they don't realize how bad it actually is getting, but then at the same time, they're like starting to be like, oh, this is just a joke, and they're like not taking it seriously anymore. They're going out, they're partying, not wearing masks, stuff like that. They're not getting their vaccines, and yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. Today we're going to be interviewing
Tammy.
So our first question is, where do you think the numbers for COVID are at right now?
Here at the school, we're seeing some positives on the daily. I would guess maybe 20%.
A new variant of COVID is creeping up as cases begin to rise. Here's what you need to know.
As we all know, for the last 2.5 years, the pandemic has torn through the planet, affecting nearly and quite possibly every single person. Originally being named coronavirus, COVID-19 has had many variants during its reign of terror. Our most recent Omicron has been the weakest this far monumentally. Here are the most common symptoms and effects, with a little bit of good news. Now knowing this information, we can see a dim but still glowing light at the end of the tunnel. A small glimmer of hope knowing this virus is losing steam. Stay happy, stay healthy. Reporting for the Nightly News, I'm Marisol Bloomfield.
Thank you so much for joining us on this week's Nightly News. I'm Nathaniel Arroyo.
And I'm Alexi Raron. See you guys next time.